And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and Aaron, saying,
Take a census of the sons of Kohath from among the children of Levi, by their clans, by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even 50 years old, all who enter the service to do the work in the tent of appointment. This is the service of the sons of Kohath in the tent of appointment, the most Kadesh matters. At the breaking of camp, Aaron and his sons shall come, and they shall take down the covering veil, and cover the ark of the witness with it, and shall put on it a covering of fine leather, and shall spread over that a all-blue wrapper, and shall insert its poles. And on the table of showbread they shall spread a blue wrapper, and shall put on it the dishes, and the ladles, and the bowls, and the jars for pouring, and the showbread on it. And they shall spread over them a scarlet wrapper, and cover the same with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles. And shall take a blue wrapper, and cover the lampstand of the light with its lamps, and its snuffers, and its trays, and all its vessels by which they serve it. And they shall put it with all its utensils in a covering of fine leather, and put it on a bar. And over the golden altar they shall spread a blue wrapper, and cover it with a covering of fine leather, and shall insert its poles. And shall take all the utensils of service with which they serve in the Kadesh place, and shall put them in a blue wrapper, cover them with a covering of fine leather, and put them on a bar, and shall remove the ashes from the altar, and spread a purple wrapper over it, and shall put on it all its utensils by which they serve, the fire holders, the forks, and the shovels, and the basins, and all the utensils of the altar, and shall spread on it the covering of fine leather, and insert its poles. And when Aaron and his sons have finished covering the Kadesh objects and all the furnishings of the Kadesh place at the breaking of camp, then the sons of Kohath shall come and lift them, but let them not touch that which is Kadesh, lest they die. These are the burden of the sons of Kohath in the tent of appointment. And the oversight of Eleazar, son of Aaron the Cohen, is the oil for the light, and the sweet incense, and the daily grain offering, and the anointing oil, and the oversight of all the Mishkan and all that is in it, with the Kadesh place and its furnishings.
And Yahweh spoke to Moshe and Aaron, saying,
Do not cut off the tribe of the clans of the Kohathites from among the Levites, but do this to them, and they shall live and not die when they approach the most Kadesh objects. Aaron and his sons shall go in and appoint each of them to his service of his burden. They are not, however, to go in to watch while the Kadesh objects are being covered, lest they die.
And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying,
Take a census also of the sons of Gershon, by their father's house, by their clans. Register them from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who enter to perform the service, to do the service of the tent of appointment. This is the service of the clans of the Gershonites, in serving and bearing burdens. And they shall bear the curtains of the Mishkan and the tent of appointment with its coverings, the covering of fine leather that is on it, the covering for the door of the tent of appointment,
and the screens of the courtyard, and the covering for the door of the gate of the courtyard, which is around the Mishkan and altar, and their cords, all the equipment for the service, and all that is made for them, so shall they serve.
Aaron and his sons are to command all the service of the sons of the Gershonites, all their burdens and all their service, and you shall appoint to them all the duty of their burden. This is the service of the sons of Gershon in the tent of appointment, and let their duties be under the hand of Ithamar, son of Aaron the Cohen. As for the sons of Merari, register them by their clans and by their father's house. Register them from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who enter the service to do the work of the tent of appointment. And this is the duty of their burden, according to all their service, for the tent of appointment, the boards of the Mishkan, and its bars, and its columns, and its sockets, and the columns around the courtyard, with their sockets, and their pay, and their cords, with all the equipment, and all their service, and assign by name the equipment of the duty of their burden. This is the service of the clans of the sons of Merari, as all their service for the tent of appointment, under the hand of Ithamar son of Aaron the Cohen.
So Moshe and Aaron and the leaders of the congregation registered the sons of the Kohathites by their clans and by their father's house.
From 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who enter the service for work in the tent of appointment. And their registered ones by their clans were 2,750. These were the registered ones of the clans of the Kohathites, all those serving in the tent of appointment, whom Moshe and Aaron registered, according to the command of Yahweh by the hand of Moshe. And those registered ones of the sons of Gershon by their clans and by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service for work in the tent of appointment. The registered ones by their clans, by their father's house, were 2,630. These were the registered ones of the clans of the sons of Gershon, all who served in the tent of appointment, whom Moshe and Aaron registered, according to the command of Yahweh. And those of the clans of the sons of Merari, who were registered by their clans by their father's house, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who entered the service for work in the tent of appointment. The registered ones by their clans were 3,200. These were the registered ones of the clans of the sons of Merari, whom Moshe and Aaron registered, according to the command of Yahweh by the hand of Moshe. All the registered ones of the Levites, whom Moshe and Aaron and the leaders of Israel registered, by their clans and by their fathers' houses, from 30 years old and above, even to 50 years old, all who came to do the work of the service and the work of bearing burdens in the tent of appointment. Their registered ones were 8,580. According to the command of Yahweh, they were registered by the hand of Moshe, each according to his service and according to his burden. Thus were they registered by him, as Yahweh commanded Moshe.